top headlines of the day. 28th Manipur Integrity Day observed with floral tributes paid at Integrity Pillar. Centre's divisive policies hindering efforts to restore peace, normalcy in Manipur, says Amuko President Nando Luang. In a tragic road mishap, mother and son duo died after mowed down by Tata DI. And Indigenous Peoples Forum Manipur calls for mass participation of indigenous communities in World Indigenous Day observance. A very good evening. You're watching Pm-Istv English News at 4. This is Soyofi giving you the news in detail. President of Amuko Pairajam Nando Luang maintained that the divisive policies of the centre have been hindering efforts to restore peace and normalcy in Manipur, marking the commemoration of the historic rally held on August 4, 1997, which witnessed the participation of over 5 lakh people from across the state. Amuko observed 28th Manipur Integrity Day with offering of floral tributes at the Integrity Pillar at BT Park. Later, a function was also held in connection with the 28th Manipur Integrity Day at GM Hall. The function was graced by advisor of Amuko Itotongbram, President of Poirei Leimarol, Maira Paibi Apunba Manipur Sorai Sammemcha, President of Kabui Mothers Association Manipur Atongpi Kami, President of All Manipur Meitei Pangal Clubs Organization Yumkhaibam Hayatur Rahman, and Sadar Al-Hajj Mufti Siraj Ahmad of Rabta Madaris Islamia Arabia Manipur. Pairajam Nando Luang further stated that one cannot claim about peace being restored in the state until and unless the indigenous people who are living as refugees at their own land get resettled. He said cookies cannot be claimed as IDPs, considering most of the cookies have 2 homes, one in hill and another in valley region. He also condemned the silence of the centre on the construction of the new road called Tiger Road or German Road by Kuki militants. He also maintained that the government's claim of peace getting restored in the state is negative peace and not a positive one.
Manipur Kundamini Bakang Puna, a Papa Tanaraga, Awanai, Saruga Minerganda, a Quaki Tungi Liba, when Lipsa Academy. A topa, Kangupa, and a topa for Samana Quaki, Libak Tungi Libak Lepani, Lepangani Hagadi, Maduna Lamdamsta, Hena, Irang Tokani, Union Home Minister, Palamenda, Amadi Manipur Governor, Tonganba, platform Tinga, I koi Manipur Dahozik, Santi Lak Bahore, Haina. Yam claim Tori. Lady Boba Quaki Mianga, no Mima Quanta Draga, Missi Mina Yaudraga, Santila Ena Kanbidi Langani. Manipur is Santi Lady. Manipur receive positive peace nati, negative peace ni. Manipur give yellow me riba, indigenous people lamana, refugee tackle riba, Lilip Kim the Riba Mayamse, Masia, Magi Makunda, Magi Mayim the Hanjalaga, Tangtana, Wakanunga, Labangam Dripodi, Manipur Santi Lady Hyper, so low we are wherever. My take the ID being a singba, Mayumaka, Tugai Biraba, later Bakambu Neduga, Aquaki Tampaki Mapum Tampaka Colonna Mapum Kadagi, Sian cookies in labor ma'am to the Aduma cookies in Dugi Marakadi, Mayum Mani Labani, in Panda Mayum Leba, my Kundas, Mayum Labani, Hadiba cookie, IDP, the Madukan Kaimadi, a same by IDP Nateva, Koi Amukogi Wakalundi, Lamdam Punda Himinasi, Pundas of Minasi, Punatin Minasabani, Aduna Sanglabas Hikasi, Amukona, Manipurin Tigadi, de Pantokana, Lamdam to the Puna Kundamini, Bakoi Masingi Marakta, Nuxisa and Mapuruxi, a Koi Masin Amato in Himinasi, a Koi Amaga, Awana Hingasi, Hogiba. Palm the battle dog, no I the battle to the Coctonaga, a quite pentonaga, a quite tongue to the double the Mama Puruxi. I do Amana Hojik singing from Tigasu, Tonganba, Lalogi Maminga, Lambi the Maming Sorok, the Maming Tonava, Honapodi Watu Helpa, Masiba Sargana to whenever. German Road, Tiger Road, IBC the Watu Wadi. German Canano, Tiger Canano, Cookie Militan losing the singing McCoy. Heidelberg Cookie Militan sing Adugi, Mamingbu, a quickie Mayam Sanagadaba, Lebakwe, Lambi, Tongini Habisida, Baras Sargana.
In an unfortunate incident, a mother and son was killed after it was mowed down by a DI Tata. The incident took place this morning at 10 a.m. The mother-son duo was hit by the Tata DI in front of Taubal District Hospital. It was stated that the mother and her son was visiting the district hospital to seek medical treatment. The deceased have been identified as Premila, 46, wife of Soiba Manitoy, and Arjun, 18, of Taubal Achoba Pakhamkong, Leirak. As per reports received from the police, Premila and her son Arjun came in a two-wheeler, and when they parked their vehicle on the road divider located outside Taubal District Hospital, a Tata DI approaching from Imphal rammed onto the two-wheeler. Passers-by rushed to the spot and managed to pull out the mother and son from under the vehicle. However, police reported that Premila died on the spot while her son succumbed to his injury on his way to hospital. Family members of the victims told that Arjun was preparing for medical entrance examination after he passed the 12th council examination in 2022. Taubal Police Station has registered a case in connection with the road accident, and the driver of the Tata DI has been arrested. The lifeless bodies have been deposited at Jennings for post-mortem. Ahead of the upcoming observance of World Indigenous Day on August 9, President of the Indigenous Peoples Forum Manipur, Ashang Kasar, has appealed to all indigenous communities of the region to actively participate in the event and make it meaningful. Speaking at a press conference held at the Manipur Press Club, Ashang Kasar stated that August 9 is officially recognized by the United Nations as World Indigenous Day, and the day is globally observed. The main event will be held at City Convention Imphal, organized by the Indigenous Peoples Forum Manipur in association with the Northeast Indigenous Peoples Forum NEIPF. He clarified that the event is not affiliated with any particular community and is purely in the interest of indigenous communities. He further emphasized that the day serves as a platform to express the identity, culture, and rights of indigenous people and to promote awareness about their struggles and aspirations. Delegations from all 7 northeastern states will participate in the event, and the King of Tripura will grace the occasion as the chief guest. Ashang Kasar also urged the day be observed peacefully and appealed to all groups and organizations not to disrupt the event or stage any counter-protest.
Lakadoriba August 9 World Indigenous Day Pagi City Convention Center Imphal da Tawdoriba Sida Indigenous people Leminariba Punamakna Saruk Yapiu Loina Masida Lakpiu Haibase Kanghanjari Indigenous People Forum Manipur Haise particular tribe community Amagi Kakta Nate Aduna Masida Akoi particular Amagi Natabanena Akoida Karimata issue late Aduga Atotopo issue Madu Mada Mayam Lairasu Indigenous People Forum Manipur ki chapter ama oina leibase dadi lairiba magi toan ba issue punamakto aikhoi gadi mari leina de haibasisu prajada aikoina sengna khanghanbasini masida north east ki state Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Mizoram hairiba steps sinsidigi loina delegate sing state taretigi delicate mayam mi 50 muk hena lakadori madugi akoi sem saba loire loinana akoi handagi chief guest ase Tripura gi ningthau mahakna chief guest akoi oibirani.
Governor of Manipur Ajay Kumar Bhala visited Sainik School Imphal, and as part of his visit a drinking water booth was inaugurated. An annual magazine of the school was released and saplings were planted on the school complex. Wife of the Governor Jyoti Grover Bhala, GOC Red Shield Division Major General S.S. Kartikeya, Principal of Sainik School Imphal Colonel A. Rajiv, Vice Principal Colonel S.K. Singh and other eminent personalities too attended the program. Speaking on the occasion, Governor Ajay Kumar Bhala shared that it was his first visit to Sainik School Imphal and said he was elated to witness the discipline of the students. He said the students should be part of the celebration of the 100th Independence Day. Later, the governor also interacted with the students of the school.
You are the future of our country. You are, in few years' time, you would be holding important positions in all spheres of life, not necessarily inside the government, but everywhere. The discipline you learn here, the grooming you get here, is the one which is going to stand with you.
In its first phase, 4,464 kgs of confiscated single-use plastic carry bags previously sold in defiance of the government's ban have been redirected to a farm in Meghalaya for recycling. In an event organized at the complex of Imphal Municipal Corporation, Mahud Department, Manipur Pollution Control Board, Directorate of Environment and Climate Change, Police Department handed over the seized plastic bags to Ashok Traders, Marongband, Tenta. It was stated that the plastic bags were recovered during drives conducted from the month of April, and it will be sent to a farm with centralized extended producer responsibility named Kakaranya Innovative System Private Limited in Meghalaya through Ashok Traders. Member Secretary of Manipur Pollution Control Board Dr. W. Roshan, Director of Environment and Climate Change Department Dr. T. Brajakumar Mahut, Director N.G. Uttam and Proprietor of MS Ashok Traders Nauram Ashok Kumar too attended the handing over function. Director of Mahut N.G. Uttam told media persons that since the month of April, the government has confiscated over 7,000 kgs of plastics. In a significant step towards sustainability, starting from today, the first consignment of single-use plastic bags have been sent for recycling to a farm which has centralized extended producer responsibility. The remaining plastics will also be sent for recycling, he said. He clarified that the government is planning to ban single-use plastics and not all plastic-made products. As part of its measure to combat plastic pollution, he then sought for support and cooperation from the masses in the government's move to eliminate plastic pollution in Manipur.
Single-use plastic season agumji plastic pollution lehan gumji akoina season na da yadaba plastic season aruriba hanjan season na ba yabajing duma hanjan season araga masi matau karamna recycle tawraga environment da soholoi dage haibaduneba masi na maram oira kanda khoigi ching pa turen iram nala samudra masida plastic ki plastic ngangai rakanda plastic sina pura kaiba hodringai da kharagra kaitharakpa matamda microplastic haina khoina mit na hubangam daba plastic makup lakadori masigi plastic makup se khoina chariba thaiba isingda achapota yauksalakadori aduna akhoi future generation ji haksel gi oiba chauba challenge ma thengna gadori sigum baji dege khoina ngak thokmina je haibani.
At around 43 past 9 a.m. this morning, a fire broke out at Salangkongjil Bazaar under Phogakchau Ikhai police station. The fire started from a gas leak while cooking, burning down several houses and shops. A woman was injured in the fire. However, it is said that her injuries are not life-threatening. The house where the fire started belongs to Haubijam Ibomcha and his wife Haubijam Ongbi Jamuna of Salangkongjil Bazaar under Kumbi Assembly constituency. The house and the shop attached to it caught fire due to the gas leak. Household items like refrigerator, washing machine and items from the shop were all destroyed in the blaze. Besides this, a shop belonging to Telem Kala located next to the house of Haubijam Ibomcha and another house of Haubijam Kumar was also affected by the blaze. Before the fire brigade arrived, locals had tried to extinguish the fire themselves. The Moirang Fire Brigade vehicle arrived at around 10 past 10 a.m. and contained the fire from spreading further to houses and shops that are located nearby. Residents of Pechi village have expressed thankfulness to the government for delivering justice in the case of two persons illegally occupying state land with forged documents at the village in Tawal district. It may be mentioned that after complaints were filed over the illegal encroachment, the government officials launched an investigation and later the land deeds were declared as void by the government. Speaking at a press meet held at Pechi Youth Development Club, Secretary of the club P. Devigowra informed that with the construction of a water supply scheme commencing at Sanjabung, the locals learned that two individuals illegally occupied around 190 points of land with fabricated documents. Following which, the residents had raised various complaints to the relevant department, he said. The officials concerned took the matter seriously and launched an investigation. The fabricated land deeds were declared void by the officials as per the findings of the investigation, and for which the residents of Pachi local clubs, village authority and Myra Paibi expressed gratitude towards the Director of Settlement and Land Records, Government of Manipur, DC of Tobul District, SDC Tobul and staff of Revenue Department, he said. Pachi Youth Development Club also urged the two individuals connected in the case to stop interfering with the construction of water supply scheme in the locality.
Ani sina masa khaki khanduna pechi khulamadi department gi tawriba thabak thawai singbu aranbo mawongda unabagi damakta social media da phongtok pirakpasi yamna laibak thibani matung tarakpadasu haiba miyoi ani sina hojik sagaliba water supply gi sangka sagaliba sidasu makhata na yepiraktanaba su club amadi khulgi maikai gi nolukma ningsing jabaga loinana makhata na yet papan ma pirakpa taragadi miyoi ani sigi mathakta sarkar gi maikai gi su athu matamda miyeng changbiyu haina nolukma ningsing jari.
YMCA opened its Sribar unit, which is part of Lakhipur branch. A meeting was held at Shiftila Mamanglekai Sribar in presence of President of Shiftila Myra, T.H. Amita, President of YMCA Roman Luang, Advisor Dr. Raju Kumujam, President of Sribar Anchalik Kamini Devi. The meeting also resolved to appoint Y. Amrit Kanta as in charge of Sribar unit, and the unit was formed with 21 members. Ex-servicemen of Saiton Gram Panchayat were felicitated by MLA of Kumbi Assembly constituency as Prem Chandra at the MLA's residence located at Salang Kongjil. The MLA also held talks with the ex-servicemen where the latter shared their views and wishes on the development of the constituency. Apart from the ex-servicemen, Chairman of Administrative Committee of 5 Gram Panchayats, M. Ibomcha, Amomjit, Thiam Romesh, Potsangbam Baleshwar and CH Sanahanbi and other ward members also attended the program. Speaking on the occasion, MLA S. Prem Chandra highlighted the main objective of the program, and he also assured to sincerely work for the welfare of the people and promised not to betray the trust of the people. As announced earlier, data collections of non-local and non-indigenous residents in Senapati district have commenced on Monday at the office premises of the Senapati District Students Association (SDISA). The district apex student body has been checking on the inner line permits, Aadhaar cards, voter IDs, etc. of the non-local and non-indigenous residents of the district. This decision was stated to be a follow-up action as per a decision of the student body adopted during their first Federal Assembly of the Students Association held at Tapon Naga village. Addressing media at the spot, General Secretary of SDISA, Washington Co., stated that the data collections of non-local and non-indigenous residents in Senapati district commenced at its office premises on Monday. This program and policy was initiated by the student body in order to understand the needs and demographics of the district. Failure to comply with the directive shall be liable to necessary action, even up to forceful deportation. The student leader urged the non-local and non-indigenous residents to come forward for registration at the office premises of Senapati District Students Association.
Therefore, I would like to remind the non-locals and non-residents of Senapati District to come forward for the registration at the Senapati District Students Association office premise.
Villagers of Longjang village in Lone district organized a mass rally on Monday protesting the alleged misappropriation of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme MGNREGS funds by former village authority chairman Majabut Pamay. The protesters carrying placards and slogans such as "Where does the material component go?", "Transparency now," "Unmask the corruption," and "Book the culprit who misused MGNREGS," demanded transparency, accountability and immediate legal action against those responsible. They also called for urgent elections to the village authority to ensure accountable leadership. Speaking to media, Angau Pamay Khunpu, a resident of the village, urged higher authorities to promptly investigate the alleged corruption, emphasizing the community's deep concern over the misuse of funds intended for rural development and employment. The rally reflects the villagers' strong resolve to fight corruption and ensure that public funds serve their rightful purpose. Let's take a look at the international news. At least 68 Ethiopian migrants died and 74 remain missing after a vessel sank off Yemen's southern coast on Sunday, according to the UN's International Organization for Migration. The boat carrying 154 people capsized near Abyan Governorate, where bodies have washed ashore. Only 12 survived. Despite ongoing conflict, Yemen remains a key transit route for migrants heading to Saudi Arabia. Ethiopian migrants face severe risks, including violence by warring factions. The incident underscores the perilous journeys migrants undertake in search of safety and opportunity in the Gulf region. Let's take a look at the headlines once again. 28th Manipur Integrity Day observed with floral tributes paid at Integrity Pillar. Centre's divisive policies hindering efforts to restore peace, normalcy in Manipur, says Amuko President Nando Luang. In a tragic road mishap, mother and son died after mowed down by Tata DI. And Indigenous Peoples Forum Manipur calls for mass participation of indigenous communities in World Indigenous Day observance. That's all we have for up to now. See you at 8 p.m. with additional updates.